Hey, I'm Rob and this is Road to the Ring. So we left you last episode with two bikes that weren't road legal, passport problems, and a skeleton of a trailer with an inexperienced welder. We're now a week closer to the trip and somehow it started all coming together. So I took a trip to my parents' house in North Wales where I've been keeping my motorbike while I've been at uni. Lucky for me, I've got amazing friends, and for the last month or so my good friend Dan has been giving my motorbike a full service. He's changed the oil and filter, the air filter, the spark plugs, he replaced the rotten exhaust collars with some new ones, he even replaced my knackered old shocks with some reconditioned units, and he even spent some time spraying and polishing some parts of the bike which looked especially worse for wear. I'm making a bit of a film about it, but it's not ready yet, so you'll have to check back a little bit later on for that. So seeing as my bike was in good shape, I booked an MOT at the Morfa garage in Conway. My back brake was a bit squishy and a bit rubbish, so I thought I'd arrive in Wales a bit early to give it a bit of an overhaul and a bleed, and then fixed it all up and I thought I was good to go. Lo and behold, the horn stopped working just as I was due to set off for the MOT. No amount of jiggling wires and plugging things in and unplugging them was going to help, so I had to detour to a shop to buy a new horn en route to the MOT. So with my new horn in hand, I thought I was all set. I fitted it in the car park, but there was still no honk in action. I had no choice at this point because time wasn't on my side, so I had to go straight to the MOT place and just figured I was going to fail and have to do a retest. Lucky for me, the guys at the garage were really sound and helped me get it all sorted just before the MOT. Turned out to just be a fuse, and luckily I had a spare, so the moral of the story is always check the simple things first before going and buying lots of new parts that you don't need. So as you can probably hear, my motorbike is just having an MOT. Just had a bit of a nightmare with the horn last minute. Hopefully it'll pass alright. See what happens. Half an hour later I rolled out of the garage with a fresh MOT and a fully road legal bike ready for the trip. The ride back was great, and seeing as I was so close to the Sychnant Pass, having just had the MOT in Conway, it would have been rude not to ride it. I've got plans to tune the bike a bit before the trip, but you'll have to wait until a later episode to see if I manage to make those plans a reality. In other news, Caz has managed to totally transform the trailer and has done the majority of the work to transform it from a load of old angle iron into something resembling a motorbike trailer. He did some maths, lots of standing around and lots of looking at things from a distance, and has managed to knock something up that I'm slightly less scared to put my motorbike on now. He's currently waiting on a spare front wheel from Brendan to make a wheel chuck to hold the bikes up in the trailer, but judging from the speed of his progress so far, I can't see him having any problems whatsoever knocking something like that up. Brendan has been in touch with the passport office, and despite his name being misspelled on his passport, they seem to think he'll be fine for the trip. So we'll see how that one turns out and hope he's not turned round at any of the borders and sent home. He's also managed to get his bike road legal too, and he's been riding it around North Wales trying to get back into the swing of things. I'll let him update you on all that in a later episode though. So we're well on our way. The trailer's almost there, the bikes are good to go, the car's fine, and everything's going smoothly. Perhaps a little bit too smoothly. So tune in next time to see what hugely obvious things we've overlooked, which will no doubt send us into a massive panic just before we leave.